Hi everyone, this is Mitchell from Rare Media, and I am answering a question that some people had regarding WordPress and kind of the basics on how to use it and just navigating within the interface. So what I've done here is I've created just a blank install of WordPress, and we're going to kind of walk through it, and I'll explain some different things about how to use it. So the first thing is obviously the login page. Very simple, just your username and password. So we're going to go ahead and log in. And once we log in, it's going to bring us to the dashboard. Now this is the most recent version of WordPress, so your dashboard may look a little bit different if you're on a previous version. But essentially, it just has some basic information. Sometimes it'll have the most recent comments, people that might have linked to you recently, that sort of thing. I don't usually spend much time on the dashboard, so it's probably not something that you need to really worry about. Now, one thing that a lot of people have questions about when they first work with WordPress is they see this posts and they see this pages, and they kind of don't know the difference between them or what the two are used for, because they both bring up a text editor where you can add in content. Now, pages are generally used for your more static content, so things like an About Me page, or if you have a page outlining your advertising policies so that people can get in touch with you, a Contact Me page, that sort of thing. So it's something that you create once and you maybe don't really touch again. Posts is where you actually put the individual posts for your blog. So this is where you'll spend most of your time. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So when we click on posts, it brings us here, and normally this will have a list of all the different posts that we have ever done on our blog, as well as drafts. So let's go ahead and show you how to add a new one. So we can either click on the add new one up here, or we can click on it here. So I'll just go ahead and click here. So this brings up the editor where we can go ahead and enter the information that we want to. So for our post title, we'll put our first post, and then in here we can add our content. So this is our really great content about cooking, because this will be a cooking blog, we'll say. Now, within here, you can do all of the normal stuff that you could do in a text editor. Like if you're using Microsoft Word, you can make stuff bold, you can do your italics, you can create links out to other websites if you want to do that. So there's all that normal stuff that you can do. Now over here are your publishing options. So you can save this as a draft if you are working on it but you're not quite finished, you need to come back later and take care of that, and that'll just show up within this all posts category. Additionally, if you want to schedule it out, some people like to do a bunch of posts at once and then schedule them to go live on their blog at different times. So you can go ahead and schedule stuff out as much as like the hour and minute that you want them to go live. So I usually will just leave that as immediately. You can add categories that you want it to go under. You can add tags. You can set a featured image. Now this will depend on the theme that you're working with and whether or not they utilize the featured image. Anyway, so that's pretty simple on how to use it. If you want to add pictures into your post as well, you can do that through the add media. But once you finish your post, then you can go ahead and just click publish, and that will go live onto your blog. Now if we want to create a page, it has a very similar thing. I've already created an About Me page here, so we can go ahead and just look at that real quick. So this has all the interesting things about me. If we wanted to update that, so everyone should read this, we can go ahead and update that, and that update should go live. There we go. So now that has been changed. So that's how you create posts and how you create pages. And like I said, post is where you're going to spend a majority of your time. Once you get your blog all set up, you have all your different pages done, then you will mostly just spend your time in the posts. Now, let's talk about plugins. So one really nice thing about WordPress is there's a really great developer community, and people create lots of plugins that make it really easy for you to add really cool functionality to your blog. So adding plugins is really simple. The easiest way to do it is just from within this backend here. And so you can click on Add New, and they can let you do a search for a plugin. Now, I like to use the Contact Form 7 plugin for my contact forms. So we'll go ahead and just do that. Search for the plugins, and it just brings it up right there. We can install the Contact Form 7, click OK, and it's going to go ahead and download that, install it for us, and then we can activate the plugin. And it's really that simple. So now we see here in our plugins that we have that, and that'll show up right here, and we can go in and do whatever we want there to create our new contact forms. So adding plugins can be really easy. Every plugin is going to be different in how it functions. Some of them, when you're editing the settings of your plugin, they'll put something in here like Contact Form 7 does. Others will be within one of these things, like say within Appearance or within Tools, that sort of thing. So every plugin's a little bit different, and you'll just have to kind of figure it out on a per plugin basis. Next, I wanted to talk about themes. So within Appearance, if you go to Themes, you can see all of the different themes that are available for your blog. Now, usually, you'll have someone either create a theme for you, or you'll have a theme that you use as kind of a base, and then you'll customize it. So in order to add a theme, we can just go here to Add New. You can search for themes that people have uploaded to the official WordPress website, or you can upload the theme yourself. So I have a bunch of WordPress themes that I've used, and we're going to go ahead and just install this one. So it's going to go ahead and upload, and then we can activate the theme. And just like that, it's ready to go. Now there will be some customization that needs to happen, and once again, every theme does this a little bit differently, but usually the theme, wherever you get your theme from, it will come with a page or a document explaining how to do the customization for that particular theme. So once again, you'll have to kind of do a little bit of reading on that and play around with it a little bit, but I've seen most of the big theme providers have very good documentation on how to customize your themes. So let's go ahead and we'll just activate this one again. Now let's talk a little bit about widgets. Widgets are another really nice feature of WordPress that make it very easy to customize your blog once you have it kind of all set up. So what you have is, depending on the theme that you install, you'll have different widget areas, and you can see here they have a little description of where the things that you put in this widget area are going to appear. So for the main widget area on this particular theme, the things that you add here are going to appear in the footer section, and for this, the widgets are going to appear on posts and pages, and they'll be in the sidebar. So if we wanted to add our recent posts to our sidebar so that people can see all the content that we've done recently, we can drop that in there, and then it'll let us customize this a little bit. So we can say if we want the most recent 5 posts or 10 posts, if we want to display the post date or not. And a lot of plugins work as widgets. So when you download the plugin, then you can come into the widgets area and the plugins will show up within here, and you can drop those. So a lot of the social plugins, you can have like Facebook ones that will show your Facebook page and allow people to like your Facebook page right from your sidebar and things like that. So widgets are really nice, but once again, it's It kind of depends on your theme, what widget areas there are, and the plugins that you have. And then there are these standard widgets that come just installed with WordPress. So I think that's kind of the basics, and that will get you kind of familiar with the stuff that you'll be using WordPress for the most. There are some other things like the menus, where depending on your theme, the menus are handled a little bit differently, but usually for your navigation bar, this is where you'll go ahead and customize it, and you can add in whatever pages that you've created, and then you can reorder them however you want. So if you wanted your About Me to come before your home page, and you can retitle the menu however you want. So that's the menus. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or get in contact with me through our website, raremediapartners.com, and I'll be happy to help you out however I can.